Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams to all the devotees. Vancha kalpata rubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. We begin today's session by invoking Krishna's mercy and Guru's blessings. So we have Sumati Suresh Mataji, who will be rendering the Mangalacharan prayers, followed by Akshaya Balasubramanian Mataji, who will be singing a kirtan. Hare Krishna. Over to Sumati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you're on mute, Mataji.
Sumati Mataji will be. Hare Krishna. Could you hear me? Hare Krishna. I can't hear you.
Mataji, could you try now, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Okay, now it's okay. Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams to all devotees. Om Jnanatirmirandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamatyam Dadati Sakadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Sajay Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama. Thank you.
Akshaya Balasubramanian Mataji. You can start the bhajans, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन 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 यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण।
Hari
Hari
Bol
Bol,
Mataji
Mataji.
for connecting us to the Lord. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Spiritual knowledge becomes powerful and fruitful when we practically use it. So here we have KK Prabhuji to host the quiz and help us to know how much we have comprehended from the Gita classes delivered by Kalanidhi Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, over to you.
Hare Krishna, dear participants, dear devotees. So today we have the opportunity of having some fun in way of doing some quiz. Let us start. The quiz questions are set from chapter 1 and 2 of Bhagavad Gita, and each of the questions, against each of the questions, there will be 4 optional answers given. You need to choose the right one, and after having chosen, you have to raise your hand so that you get a chance to tell about your answer. If you give the correct answer, you get 2 points, and if you pass it, then you get 1 point, and if you give wrong answer, you don't score anything. You get 0. So please keep record of your responses, correct responses. At the end of the quiz, you need to sum up, and in the chat box, tell your score. So there are 10 questions, and one by one we shall have now. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the attitude of Dhritarashtra between his and Pandu's sons? Answer: A is loving, B is partial, C is caring, and D is proud.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sunita Aravind Mataji has raised her hand.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not able to see it properly. So, is the name Sunita Mataji? Yes. Please tell the answer. Please unmute yourself and tell the answer.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's B, partial. Dhritarashtra, it's B.
B, yeah. Right answer, right answer. Very nice. So you get 2 points. You score 2 points. Next, we move on to second question. Why was Dhritarashtra fearful about Kurukshetra? Dhritarashtra was fearful about Kurukshetra. Why? A is, it is not big enough for war. B, very far from Hastinapur. C, a holy place for dharma. D is, it is a forest area. Who gets the chance now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. We have Sujit Jana Prabhu.
Prabhuji, a holy place for dharma.
Yes, right answer. Who was that?
Radhika.
Radhika. Very nice. So you scored 2 points. Very good answer. Correct answer. So with this right answer, we are getting an indication that all of us seriously getting the knowledge, going through the class very attentively and getting the knowledge correctly. Good. Next question, please. Why was question number 3? Why did Duryadhana lose despite having a huge army and strong warriors? all of us know Duryadhana lost the battle, even though he had bigger army and very strong warriors. Option number A is the Pandavas manipulated. B is
See Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna was not on their side.
See,
yeah. Who was that? Sujit.
na Tapasvi.
Lord Krishna was not.
Yes, C. Option C is the right answer. Yes, very nice. Good answer. Next question, please. Question number 4. Why did Bhagavan Krishna decide to be the charioteer of Arjuna? A is Bhagavan Krishna was ordered to be the charioteer of Arjuna. He is out of his causeless mercy. C is Arjuna was the son of Bhagavan, was the son of Bhagavan Krishna's aunt. And D is Arjuna is the best warrior. Who would like to give the answer?
It is B, out of his causeless mercy.
Mercy Prabhu out of his cost.
Out of his causeless mercy. Right answer. Very good. So all correct answers are coming in the first attempt. All are scoring 2 marks. Very nice. Next, please. Question number 5. Which of the following is a misconception about the Bhagavad Gita? A is it is the religious and sectarian text. B is the conversation took place 5,000 years ago. C is a universal message for the overall well-being of the individual and human society. D is contains the essence of the Vedas.
It is A, Prabhu. It is a religious text and vegetarian.
Religious and sectarian text.
Right.
It is a religious and
Answer is A, Prabhu.
It is a religious and sectarian text.
sectarian
This
text.
is wrong. It is not religious. It is universal knowledge. Supreme Lord himself has spoken this to Arjuna, and this is not restricted to a particular religion. It is universal set of knowledge. Very nice answer. Let us move on to the next question. Question number 6. Which of the following is the nature of the soul? A is indestructible and
Indestructible.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, one request. Please raise your hand, and whomever Prabhuji is calling out, you can unmute and answer just to maintain.
Yes, it will be better. Raise hand and then yes. Who raised the hand first? Is Sumita Mataji?
It is A, Prabhu. Indestructible and eternal.
Yes, indestructible and eternal. So we are part of each individual soul is part of supreme soul, and it is indestructible and it is eternal. Very good. Next question, please. Question number 7. What is left behind by the soul when it attains moksha? Subtle body and material body. B is subtle body only. C is it leaves nothing. And D is sthula sharira, material body. Which one is correct?
It is A, Prabhuji. Subtle body and material body.
Yes. Who said that?
Sunita.
Sunita Mataji. Good answer. Right answer. So it is not only Sthula Sariram, it is not only the physical body that we live along with material body, the subtle body also has to settle its account, and all balance sheet must be showing zero. Then only we attain moksha. Very nice. Question number 8. How to know the presence of soul in the body? Is the soul is not in the body? Is the soul is in the body? C is can be felt by senses. D is the body itself is the soul. Who would like to answer?
Hare Krishna, Sunita Mataji, Radhika Mataji. May I please request others also to raise hands?
Yes. Anybody else would like to respond? There is nothing wrong, even if the answer is wrong. Don't lose anything. Be attentive. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sumati Mataji.
Yes, Sumati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
How to know the presence of soul in the body? How do we know?
Body itself is the soul, Prabhuji, as long as the prana is present. When it is a part of the body itself, it goes away when the, I feel B also appears to be correct. The only point is, but cannot be realized. It can be realized with the help of Buddhi Yoga. That is the only concern I have with the point.
Only one choice, please.
B. I'll go with
C,
B.
Prabhu. C, is it all correct? C?
Yes, C is the right answer.
Hare Krishna,
Because-
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, it is a bit confusing. The answers are confusing. That is why, Prabhuji. When the soul is in the body, it can be felt by the presence of the senses, like the movements or something like that. That can be said. And at the same time, the B is also correct, I feel. The soul is in the body, but it's not possible for everyone to be realized about the soul that is present in it. So this is
If
how
it
I
is
feel.
in the body, soul is definitely is our existence, but it is not the body. That's what we have been taught. So it is not the body. So soul is different, and it can be, we can feel by consciousness. Soul is present all over our body, and every part of our body can, that consciousness can sense. So that is the proof of our soul being present in the body. So that can be sensed through senses, sensing organs. So C should be the right answer. Really. Next question, please. Question number 9. How can you do good for your soul? How can you do good for your soul? Leaving one's family and job, going to the forest, doing his duty for the Lord without expectation of result. D is performing physical duties perfectly.
Choice C, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Because you are C. Right answer. So doing his duty selflessly without expectation is the right answer. Very nice. Last question, question number 10. What is the right way to regulate the mind? Enjoying it as per desire, engaging the senses, not killing anything, closing the eyes.
Hare Krishna, Vikash Prabhu has raised his hand.
Yes, Vikas Prabhu. What was your
Hare,
response?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Its answer is B.
C, not killing anything. Did you say
No,
C?
it's B. Engage the senses in the duties of the soul.
Engaging the senses in the duties for the soul.
Yes, B.
Right. Very nice. So some of us could score against 2 questions. Most of us gave all. First of all, congratulations to the team. All the members came out with right answer for the first time. And there was no fumbling, there was no guesswork. So it indicates we all are doing seriously. Very nice. We are happy to know that. And today it is a bit different way we are organizing this class for certain reason that you have been communicated with. So let us, this is an opportunity as well for all of us to have close bonding in the association. As we have been taught, the precious knowledge that power of association takes us forward in this journey of devotion. So this is another opportunity for all the participants of this Bhagavad Gita class to come in close proximity to each other, interact with each other. So hope we all enjoyed this session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, Hari Bol, for reviving our knowledge about Gita and Krishna. Now, the most interesting and exciting part of the session is to know from the senior Vaishnavas about the daily sadhanas and realization. So we are really blessed to have Ramani Tungavidya Mataji amongst us. Let us all welcome her by chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. She is really a great inspiration for all of us. A great soul who got introduced to KC 20 years back when she was doing her engineering in Madurai. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. I would like to speak a few words about you. Her sincerity and dedications can be seen in her service to Lord by her expert preaching, book distribution, organizing festivals, training so many souls for the last 7 years. During the pandemic, she has been preparing PPTs, preaching 18 days course, lectures in ISKCON Chennai YouTube channel, reading classes and japa sessions. Even I am one of her student in the reading sessions. I really enjoy. Even a single day, if I miss it, I really feel I feel really very sad, actually, to say. She is really an ideal mother who is imbibing KC to her son Arjun. So she is a apt grahastha. Being in the grahastha ashram, she is doing so much to spread KC. So let us all welcome her. Mataji, over to you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Let me start with the Mangalacharan. Volume is okay?
Yes, Mother.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-anjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha
Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I'm very much happy to be present in midst of all enthusiastic devotees. The introduction that was given, I'm not worth of it, but still, if at all there are some services that I could do for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, it was only because of all the devotees' kindness, their blessings. So today I was invited here to share some views on, on the sadhanas that one could perform. So I would like to take up the importance of morning program. So this is a topic I would like to discuss with you all. I'll share a PPT. Will I be able to do that, Mataji? Yeah, I'm able to do that. So I'm just going to take only a few minutes. So we'll do this, and then if you have any doubts in the middle only, you can ask me without any hesitation. I'll try to answer. Otherwise, there are so many seniors present here, so they will also help me in answering the doubts. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I would like someone to volunteer reading.
May I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Training devotees in the following. Empowerment. Learning genuine bhakti in a systematic way. One.
Yes, ma'am. One. I'll do one point by point.
Yes,
so learning genuine bhakti in a systematic way. So why we are all following Krishna consciousness? We are all following Krishna consciousness in order to attain pure love of Godhead, prema bhakti. So we are all following the path of devotional service. As of now, what we are following is Vaidiha sadhana bhakti. We are following certain rules and regulations so that we attain our goal of pure devotional service. Right? So this is called Vaidiha sadhana bhakti. So what are all the steps in achieving pure devotional service? What are all should be our sadhana? So initially, when we came in contact with Krishna consciousness people, we were told you just chant your, whenever possible, you can chant your rose. There are no rules and regulations in chanting the holy name. There are no time restrictions in chanting the holy name. But slow and steadily, when we progress in devotional service, it is very important that we try to follow a schedule on a day-to-day basis. So what is the schedule? We start our chanting. Of course, yes, any time in a day we can chant our rounds. There's no any restrictions for that. But still, Prabhupada has recommended a systematic way to do sadhana. So that we should slow and steadily start to cultivate, not haphazardly chant, but we can do that. But if we want to do enlighten ourselves, or we have to grow in a faster rate in order to achieve our goal, then we have to go in a systematic way. So that systematic Vaidiha sadhana bhakti includes proper morning program. So morning program, then sincere study of Srila Prabhupada's book, then we'll have to note how we are spending the entire day. These are all steps that are very important to us. Don't be fearful. Or they started with something and they are going on with something else. Don't think like that. But these are small things. May be difficult in the starting to cultivate, but I know you are all doing very good. You are all doing it already. But Prabhupada states all these steps in order to improve our bhakti and achieve our goal in a speedy manner. Next, Mataji.
2. Application of KC principles in daily life.
So the application of Krishna consciousness principles in our daily life. This we should be very, very closely monitoring. This is very important. So, for example, what are the applications? What are all things I should apply on daily basis? Devotional services that I should do on daily basis, and on weekends what I can do. These all things you have to take a note of it. But because of Rupa Goswami's mercy, we have got nectar of instructions and nectar of devotion. So, in nectar of instructions, there are so many formulas that Rupa Goswami has given. So there are so many formulas like Utsaha, Dhairya, Nistya, Tatat Karma Pravatana, he says. With enthusiasm, you follow certain steps, and you have how to deal with devotees. So these are all practical applications that are all being given to us. Everything is ready as a package Prabhupada has given to us. Just we take some effort, try to put it in places, then we can achieve our goal very easily. Yes, Mataji, next.
3. Developing faith, devotion, and service to Sri Krishna.
Developing faith, devotion, and service. So faith, it should go deeper day by day. And devotion itself, Prabhupada says, devotion, when we say, it is devotional service only. So they cannot be separated. Devotion and service cannot be separated. We cannot sit in a place and we can say, I have so much devotion for Krishna in my heart. Why should I show it out? Those are all impractical things that devotees don't speak like that. So faith has to go deeper day by day, and the devotion service should increase. As we go forward, we should increase our devotional service. Prabhupada says to cut the knot of material attachment means to broaden the field of devotional service. So how much we are expanding? Day 1, how I was. Day 2, how I was. First year, how I was. Next year, how I have improved. That we have to see. So when the faith goes deeper, the devotional service expands. Very important, Prabhupada says. Okay, next point, Mataji.
4. Developing proper attitudes.
So developing proper attitude. What kind of attitudes? First of all, setting our own goals. Second, our attitude towards others who are devotees, who are doing devotional service, who are seniors and who are juniors, who are Kanishta Bhaktas or neophyte devotees, and who are not into Krishna Bhakti yet, and our relatives and close friends. All these things contribute to attitudes. How much we are assessing ourselves and how much we are standing on others' shoes. And we are assessing their point of view or their behavior. Are we up to the standards to judge others? These are all very important points, that these small things will beautifully sculpture our devotional service and also our attitude. So as we all know, our attitude determines our altitude, right? Okay. So then this also we have to, or we, how in a self-study manner, we have to see, are we trying to enjoy this material world or material energy given by the Lord, or are we trying to devote it in the service of Krishna? That is the standard with which we have to judge ourselves. When we are going to look inside us very deeper, then all the outside things will become, all the outside fault-finding things will become small. So how much we are developing, and that is very important for us. Okay. Yeah, next, Mataji.
5. Developing relationships with devotees.
So in nectar of direction, the nectar of instruction, fourth sloka, Rupa Goswami says, Guhyati Pratignati. We have to exchange gifts, all those things he is saying. We have to exchange gifts, exchange prasadam, invite devotees for prasadam, open our mind to close devotees in confidence. So these are all the steps that we take in a closer circle of devotees. How much we are trying to come together and read scriptural books, Prabhupada's books, how much we are improving our sadhana, how much we are sharing our knowledge with others. Whatever I read new today, we share it with other devotees. And what they read new, they share it with us. So in this way, our relationship becomes stronger. When the roots are stronger, then the tree cannot be cut off easily. Next one.
Compassion to people at large.
So this is very important. How do we show compassion to people? Not for their outer dress. Prabhupada says this in second chapter only in his purpose. He says, compassion for the droning man's dress is useless, right? So how do we show compassion to people at large? We go for book distribution. We transfer this knowledge to others. Not that I know I'm giving it to others, not like that, but we are trying to discuss what Prabhupada has given to us with other people and trying to share whatever is beneficial for us also and then for others also, trying to bring them closer to Krishna. That is original compassion. Next month.
7. Becoming good preachers.
So what do you mean by becoming good preachers? First, we'll have to follow what we preach. When we, by seeing us, others try to learn Krishna consciousness, not by what we preach. Achar is prachar. Whatever we do, by seeing that, people become Krishna consciousness. Not that I give big speeches, but whatever I am following in the house is not according to Prabhupada standards. That is not going to impact people. So this good preachers means, first of all, I train myself according to Prabhupada's instructions. Then seeing me and the power, then we'll be empowered. Then that empowerment will reach other people. Not that whatever I speak is going to reach other people. It will not touch their heart. Just touch them, the soul, if you are not going to practice. Next.
8. Becoming exemplary leaders.
So exemplary leaders, as I said, our sadachar and sadhana is very important. Okay. Any doubts as of now?
Devotees, you may ask questions. Mataji will answer and clear our doubts.
Okay, then we'll move forward. So morning program importance. So Prabhupada always, we'll see some Prabhupada's quote also where he states the importance of morning program. So why morning program is very important? Because the mind is fresh in the early morning. We are all Manushas, right? So we came into being only when Brahma created us during this particular time in the morning, 1.5 hours before sunrise. So our mind, after a good sleep, it is always fresh. There's no much of contamination in the mind. It is in the mood of goodness. So when we chant our rounds in the morning, follow a certain type of programs in the morning, a systematic plan in the morning, then the entire day, even though we are going to so many places or go to job, we look after the family, our base, our heart is always with Krishna. So it is very important to follow a systematic morning program. Prabhupada has also mentioned it in many places. So we'll try to understand. First of all, chanting. So when you chant your rounds, especially in the morning time, these all will all be the effects of that. So first of all, it destroys our material desires. A good chanting, a very good chanting, reducing the offenses, praying to the Lord like a cry of a child. What will happen? These three happens. I'm not saying only these three will happen, but these three also happens. Mainly these three happen. So destroys material desires. So material desires, they keep nagging our mind. The mind keeps nagging us. Hey, do this, hey, do this. Inside, it is always knocking our door. It is not allowing us to be peaceful. So a proper chanting, and first is tapping. 99%, if you are trying to do sincerely, even though there are offenses, the Lord makes it clear after a sincere chanting for so many for days to get. It depends on how we are going to concentrate on how sincere we are. So it will destroy all our material desires, like Durva. What Durva did, he was constantly thinking of the Lord. Within 6 months, he was able to see the Lord face to face. All his material desires were there, even though he came for asking a very big material desire. But when he saw the Lord, what he said, Sana Bilashi Tapasi Stitoham Tuam Praptavan Deva Munindra. To attain you is very rare. Kachan Michinvan Apidivyaratnam Swamin Kritosmi Varam Nayache. So I'm very happy to see you, Lord. Why should I ask for some glass pieces when I have diamond with me? So he told all his material desires were destroyed just by constantly chanting the name of the Lord. Then it gives determination. Utsaha, Dhairya, Nistya. It gives determination for us to move forward, whatever may be the difficulties. Let me put my chanting first in the morning. The time is very auspicious. Then the mind is also fresh. So it gives us a determination. With the determination, if you are going to chant our rounds in the morning, like how Haridas Thakur did. He was very determined. Even though he was tested by Maya, he was very determined because he was always constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord with the determination. So we can overcome Maya if we do it with determination. Not that we try for a few days, then we leave it off, not like that. If you have determined, after the threshold is reached, surely God is going to, Lord is going to help us in our way. Then awakening sleeping soul. It awakens us. The mechanical chanting, what Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I have to do my rounds. I have to do my rounds. This much or this much I am spending. I have to some or other complete my rounds. That instead of having that kind of attitude, if we are going to really, if we want to awaken ourselves, which is sleeping for so many lives together, if we want to really awaken ourselves, then what we should do? We should chant sincerely. In the morning hours, if you do it, it will awaken our sleeping soul. Awaken us, actually, we are soul, right? So it will awaken us. Okay, for example, Ajamila. The sleeping refers to ignorance also. So when Ajamila received the knowledge of the glories of holy name from the Vishnu Dudas, then what he did? He was given a second chance. Immediately he awoke, right? He awakened himself, and then he went from complete material life to complete spiritual life. He went to Haridwar and he attained his goal. So all these things is very, very strong when we do it in the morning time. It destroys material desires, it gives determination, and it awakens ourselves or the sleeping soul. So what if we are not going to chant? We are even though we may be chanting in the morning hours, but if it is going to be mechanical, what will happen? Our spirituality becomes weakened. So what will happen in the daytime? All the senses will be running after one sense object. Eyes will be going to, come on, look at this, see this thing, see that thing. Ears will wanted to hear something else. Nose wanted to do something. Tongue wanted to taste something. So what it will lead to? Spiritual weakness. So if you want to keep the full day awakening, then morning chanting program is very important. It will diminish the spiritual weakness. Then deviation into material ambitions. So one may be determined, very much determined. Yes, this is my way. Prabhupada has told. I'm very much convinced about what Prabhupada is saying. But what will happen after a phase, slowly when we progress, this might happen. I'm not saying this will happen, but this might happen. We may see our karmi friends or karmi relatives or neighbors they may be progressing very aggressively in some material with the material ambitions. Oh, we may think, okay, I'm doing Krishna Bhakti, but let me achieve this goal alone of mine, and then I will show them that what I can do. Then I'll come back to this. That is not going to happen. If that will lead to another desire, that will lead to another desire. Then slowly it will become it'll become lust, and lamentation will follow it. Greediness will follow. So if the chanting is proper, that too in the morning hours, then we can avoid all these spiritual weakness and deviation to material ambitions. Then regulative principles, following 4 regulative principles. Prabhupada has given it as a capsule. 4 regulative principles. Then what will happen? You all know what are the 4 regulative principles. Can someone say me? Tell me. You all know, right? What are all the 4 regulative principles?
Not eating onion and garlic, not consuming alcohol.
Illicit sex. Yeah.
Yes, Akshaya Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
No gambling.
No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no
interpretation.
So these are all the 4 regulative principles. So if you're going to follow it sincerely, even though we may, in the beginning, it may be difficult for us, but on a long run, if you're going to put faith in the words of Prabhupada and follow his instructions, then what will happen? We lose our desire for sinful habits. Very important. This is also a kind of Asat Sangha. Not that we associate with only non-devotees, that is Asat Sangha. Even within our heart, if we have desires for these 4, breaking these 4 regulative principles, that is also Asat Sangha. Then that will lead us to sinful habits, more and more of sinful habits. So somehow or other, tolerate the urges, and then if you're going to move forward, then what will happen? Firm conviction and Bhava Krishna for Krishna will arise. So firm conviction that this is my goal. So even at the age of 70, Prabhupada has given so much to us. Why can't I do? Just to keep myself float above the water and cross this ocean of nuisance. To do that, not that everyone should become Prabhupada. That is not practically possible also. Yes, of course, Prabhupada desired that more leaders should come up. But if we are able to float, keep our head above the water, float in the ocean of nuisance, and then if we are able to cross it, then that is enough for us. Of course, there's no limit for prema, there's no limit for love of God. But bare minimum, if you're trying to follow, then slow and steadily we can improve our standards. So that firm conviction will arise. So what is Bhava for Krishna? On the higher level, we'll be able to realize the finer, subtle leelas of Lord. We'll be able to understand what Krishna is trying to do. What are the leelas that is performed, why he was performing. The finer points we'll be able to understand. Then studying Srila Prabhupada was very, very important. Can someone read it for me?
Yes, Mataji. May I?
Yes.
Studying SP books, discuss subject minutely and inspect it from all angles and savor new understandings.
So first, yes,
okay. Okay.
So we are studying Srila Prabhupada's books, we get knowledge. We read between the lines. First you read it once. Bhagavad Gita, if you take particular chapter, you read it, and then you go deeper and deeper. One time you read, you'll get one realization. The deeper we go, the more the knowledge that we acquire. Knowledge for doing service, not theoretical knowledge. So discuss subject minutely. You are all doing it very nicely. So inspect it from all the angles and savor new understandings. You have to write it down. You should have a diary of your own. Write down what are all the realization that you get by reading Srila Prabhupada's book. But this Prabhupada has specifically told it for me. Everyone should have had that realization, right? Pen it down. It will be very useful. Then reading Prabhupada book is just knowledge. What will happen? Yes, study of Prabhupada books and seva. What will happen to the knowledge plus seva? That will give both, it will give a deep conviction convinced. We'll be convinced of what Prabhupada is saying. Be convinced that Krishna is the life and soul. Then what will happen? Austerities is no more austerity for us. It will be performed joyfully. Susukam kartum avyaya. First, I used to wonder why it is very difficult to chant 16 rounds, follow these 4 regulative principles, fast on Ekadasis, then Janmashtami till 12 o'clock in the night. Oh my God, I used to think like that. But after over a period of time, in the association of devotees, if we keep increasing our sincerity in doing our all the sadhana in a very sincere manner, then it becomes Susukam Kartama. It is no more austerity. It is joyfully performed. Then that is success in Krishna consciousness. Then hearing. Hearing is should be what Rupa Goswami says. Hearing is like eating and drinking, very important. So if we don't eat and drink, what will happen? We'll become weak. We may chant, but without hearing and hearing, what will happen? We'll become spiritually weak. So those are all watering plants. So if an ordinary man does not eat, he will become weak and die. To hear and explain them, that is Vedic literatures, is more important than reading. So whatever I read today, I get some realizations from it. Immediately I share it with another devotee. So what will happen? It will not dry up in my head and will not be buried. That becomes active. Oh, I read this, I discussed with the other devotee. Similarly, the other devotee shared this with me. So it will be very active principle. Devotional service is active principle actually. It is dynamic. It is not static. So hearing and explaining, if we hear one thing from Srila Prabhupada and assimilate it throughout the day, and then we explain or share it with the other devotee, then we will not move outside of Krishna consciousness. Not even a bit we will move outside of Krishna consciousness. So hearing, assimilating is trying to put it in practice. If Krishna says, Mam yeveye prabhatyante mayam etantarante, surrender unto me, then you can cross over Maya. We assimilate it, how to surrender unto Krishna in a more sincere manner. What are all the legs of Saranagati? We discuss it with others. We ponder more points on it. So all these things will help us move Vyavasayatma Kuti. We'll Ekeha Gurunandana. In a single pointed focus attention, we can move towards our goal. Okay. So whatever I said, these 4 are very important. It's like our a meal a day. Chanting, following regulative principles, studying Srila Prabhupada's and service, books and service, hearing and sharing it, assimilating it. In Bhagavatam, it is said in 12th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramaham Samekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Viraha Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyam Avishkritam Tatshunman Supatan Vicharanaparam Bhaktya Vimuche Naraha. Tatshunman, here Supatan, assimilated. Hear and read deeply, assimilated. Then Vicharana Paro, discuss with other devotees. So Tatshrunuvan, here, Supatan, put it in practice, assimilate it, and then Vicharana Paro, discuss with others. Then the bhakti will increase in exponential manner. So maintain a sadhana bhakti. After discussing all these 4 things, if you are doing it in a regular manner, in order to do it very nicely, maintain a sadhana called, oh, I did the chanting in the morning this time. Then I was able to follow the regulative principles carefully. Then I was able to read at least 45 minutes of Srila Prabhupada books. These are the points I have taken. Then hearing. I have heard Prabhupada's lecture or any pure devotee's lecture for 45 minutes today. Then put it on. Always try to share it with a senior devotee, so that you will be accountable for something. If you are accountable for something, you will be responsible for it. Then that kind of thing will bring you progress in your sadhana bhakti. Then it will slowly reach to sadhya bhakti, that is Raganuga bhakti or Krishna prema. So maintain your sadhana card. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Ekadasi to Ekadasi, assess one's performance in spiritual life. So every Ekadasi, you just see how much I have done for the past 15 days, where I am now, and from before Ekadasi, how much I have improved. Am I progressing, or am I stagnant, or I have fallen down? Easily you can check your progress. You have to assimilate, you have to check yourself if you are progressing or not. If you are stagnant, consult a senior devotee where you're going wrong, where is the medicine wrong, take it in a proper way. Then this is called Simhavalokana. Check the line always, when it is going after a prey, it always checks its phase. In what phase I am running? How can I catch the prey? Like that, we have to do this on a regular manner. Then the conclusion is, I have few more. I wanted to read certain Prabhupada's quote, but I hope it's already time. I'll just close it. So take morning program very seriously. Take it very seriously. So these are our own spiritual food. We eat daily to nourish ourselves. Similarly, we follow this morning program, then hearing, chanting, following regulative principles in a very serious manner. This is our spiritual food. So we have to follow it first by ourselves, then we can help others. First, if we follow it in a very strict manner, in a very serious manner, we do it ourselves, then we can help others. Janma sataka kori kara para upakar. First we help ourselves, then we help others. So that's it. Thank you all for giving me an opportunity to share all these things. Not that I'm doing all this in a very perfect manner, but requesting all your mercy to do it in a very nice way and achieve the goal of Prema Bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams, Mataji. Thank you so much for your enlightening all of us. How important is this morning chanting and the regulative principles, studying of SP books, service, hearing, explaining, and assimilating the philosophy. Now we all will make it a point to keep a log book and keep a check on us. It's really enlightening, Mataji. Dandavat pranams. Hari Bol, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Mataji. Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Vacha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhye nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo.
Hare Krishna. Now, to conclude, we have an interesting interactive session of 10 important shlokas with its meanings. Over to Aishwarya Mataji and Meenakshi Mataji. Okay.
There is one question. Mataji, this is not fine. You're asking me question.
Sorry, Mataji. Sorry.
How to chant attentively when we do not have taste? How to create taste in chanting? Mataji, how to chant attentively when we do not have taste for it? First, we may, like Prabhupada says that if a person is having jaundice, the sugar candy, the Kalkanda we say, sugar candy is the medicine for it. So first, when we give sugar candy for a person who's infected with jaundice, he's not going to have taste for it. It's going to be bitter only. Not having taste is one side. It's going to be bitter for him. But as he keeps on doing it constantly with determination, I have to get cured of this, then this is the only medicine. Then if we have to get cured of this material disease, or we have to get cross over this material nuisance, then this is the only way we have. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama. So when we do it in a sincere manner, we pray to the Lord sincerely. Krishna, I'm not having taste. What to do? I've been in this material life for so many births together. Kindly help me out. So it's a sincere prayer along with whatever it may be. I will do my round sincerely. So that will help us to progress in a positive way, and it will give us increase in the taste also. It will slowly bring taste to our chanting. So how to create taste in our chanting? I hope this is the way, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Really, it was blissful, Mataji, hearing you. Today, it has been 2 times we heard you. So it was really wonderful in the afternoon and now also. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Akshay Mataji and Aishwarya Mataji and Meenakshi Mataji, you can start with the shloka reading, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Meenakshi Mataji, could you please turn on your video, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Now we are going to see some of the important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita that all of us need to memorize. So starting with Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 verse 1. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakah pandavaschaiva kim akurvata sanjaya. I'll read it again. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakah pandavaschaiva kim akurvata sanjaya. Translation: Dhritarashtra said, "O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?" Over to you, Meenakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. 2.7 sloka. Kaparnyadoshopahat swabhava prichhami tvam dharma samudachetah yachreyasyaani shachitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadi mam tvam prapannam. Repeating it. Kaparnyadoshopahat swabhava prichhami tvam dharma samudachetah yachreyasyaana shachitam Bruhitanme Shishyasteham Shadi Mam Tvam Prapannam. Translation. Now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all my composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and I am surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Chapter 2, verse 11. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashoshayan Anvashoshastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhashase Gatashun Agatashumscha Nanushochanti Panditaha. Repeating. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashosyan Anvashochastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhashase Gatashun
Agatasumscha.
Nanushochanti Panditaha. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Second chapter, 12th verse. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamata param. Repeating it. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamata param. Translation. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be.
Chapter 2, verse 13. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuhyati. Repeating. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuhyati. Translation: as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes from one body to another body at death. The sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Chapter 2, verse 14. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshana sukha dukkadha agamapayino nityam stam titikshasva bharata. Repeating. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshana sukha dukkadha agamapayino nityam stam titikshasva bharata. Translation. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
Chapter 2, verse 20. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्या शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Repeating. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्या शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Translation. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णान् अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Chapter 2, verse 22, repeating. Vasamsi jidani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tata sharirani vihaya jinan anyani samyati navani dehi. Translation. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
Chapter 2, verse 23. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayanti apo, na shoshati marutaha. Repeating. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nainam na chainam kledayanti apo, na shoshati marutaha. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
Chapter 2, verse 27. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharyete natvam shochitum arhasi. Repeating. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharyete natvam shochitum arhasi. Translation. One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duties, you should not lament.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So these are the very important shlokas that we'll have to keep in our mind, and we can recollect whenever situation permits. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Lakshmi Mataji can take over.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Mataji and Meenakshi Mataji for helping all of us to revive what we have learned till date. Hare Krishna Mataji. With this, we come to the end of the session. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Koti Vaishnav
Vaishnav ki jai. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev
Jai ki jai.
All glories to the Son. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.